We are back at SEMA 2024. I'm joined here with John from Mickey Thompson. We already did Ben and the outdoor booth, so today we are with John. John, how are you?
Good, Ernesto. How you doing, sir?
Good, good. And what do you got to show me today?
Well, you know, we got a lot of exciting stuff to show you here in our inside booth here at 24, so why don't we come look at some new products?
Yeah.
So for everyone that's maybe been at SEMA the last few years, this is the first time that Mickey Thompson's actually been back in the Central Hall area in at least maybe 5 or 6 years.
Oh, wow.
We used to have a lot of consolidation outside, but we realized as a performance brand, we figured we were better off in Central Hall where people are going to be looking for us anyways, you know, with our performance tires. So let's take a look at some product. So of course, here at Mickey Thompson, we have plenty of race products. In the past year, we did have a couple new size additions come out. One size that's kind of come out here for our Pro Bracket Radial. So it's a bracket radial tire. Pretty popular as of late. It's definitely been growing. A lot of racers find that it's really easy to tune to get down track. So as some late model applications have been getting more popular, people don't want to do as many brake conversion packages to run 15-inch wheels. We came out with a few new 17-inch sizes, so 26, 27, 28-inch OD on a 17-inch wheel, as well as a 29-inch on an 18-inch wheel. So we have some more bolt-on options. Makes it easier for people to, you know, hey, you're a first-time racer and you already got 17-inch wheels, you want to pop something on and get down track, it's a great option. We also have some new stuff in our DOT street strip lines. So this here is our ET Streetart bias, so bias version of our popular ET Streetart. We did have a new 27-inch size come out in this for, again, 17-inch wheel. And one of the things that we wanted to do is, you know, bias isn't as popular as it used to be for street vehicles. However, still a lot of people that love that look. You kind of get that squared out shoulder, you know, definitely a legit OG look. And if you still have a clutch car, helps you get down track a little bit better. So pretty exciting. And when we hop over here to its radial cousin here, so this is the ET Streetart. So if you guys can remember from about a year ago, the Demon 170 that launched, this is the, you know, essentially the foundation of that OE tire. It's nylon and fiberglass, really helps you get down track, but you can still drive it on the street. So coming in January of 2025, we're gonna have our first 20-inch rim diameter for this tire. We've traditionally only went as big as 18-inch, but next year we're going to have a 305, 35, 20. So again, really hit a lot of those late model Chargers, Challengers. Again, another bolt-on option. So if you're anyone with a Hellcat or Red Eye and you want to try to mimic that Demon 170 look, we're going to have some options for you.
That's actually something I actually wanted to talk to you about, because I remember that there was a special tire that was specifically for the Demon 170, and you couldn't get it from anywhere else, right?
Absolutely. So right now, the Demon OE tires are only sold through Mopar. You know, make it a bespoke, you know, tire package for that Demon 170. So the difference is, and this ET Streetart, you can kind of see we have these two little circumferential grooves. Again, we want to maximize the contact patch for drag racing, but for the Demon 170 being OE, you have some different things that you have to focus on for someone that might not be racing all the time, so it has to be a little more streetable. So what we did for the Demon tire is we actually took these circumferential grooves and added 2 more in the shoulders. And what that allows you, especially for circumferential grooves, this helps with a little bit of wet performance. Not something you should be driving in the rain, but you know, if you hit a wet road, you're not gonna go off into the side of the road there. So it just helps a little bit more with the street balance for the vehicle instead of it just being a, you know, straight up drag radial tire. We're walking all around, but ET Street SS. So this has been a popular, you know, DOT tire, similar to the ET Streetart, but where this is different is, as you can tell, a lot more pattern here. We have more circumferential and lateral grooves, helps with the streetability and a little bit of wet performance. This is something that's really more, if you have a fun car where you're doing 80% of your time on the street, 20% at the drag strip, this is a great product. So one of the things that we're looking at doing is next year coming out with some more 20-inch sizes. So as we really start to round out 20-inch rim diameter offerings, probably looking at Q1, maybe Q2, just kind of based on how fast we can get everything produced. Because what we don't want to do is come out with a new product and no one can get it. So we're definitely looking at some like 325, 45, 20s, real big tires that could maybe be put on a sport truck, or anyone that just maybe has a tubbed out vehicle that they want to fit a bigger street tire on there and still get down track. We just try to cycle through some of our products just to get people engaged and looking. As maybe you guys will see in another video, we did come out with a few new line of wheels this year. at Mickey Thompson. Really exciting. It's for a lot of vintage and heritage trucks and some modern Jeep and Broncos. You know, I'm hoping one day eventually we get something for my segment as well. You know,
right.
Get everything matched up, looking good.
For.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be sweet. Because this is going to be one of the few opportunities where a tire and wheel company, you know, both producing the product, and we can actually use design concepts of let's make something that fits well with our product, so that way, no matter what you put it on, it's going to look real good, real clean.
Right, so, you get those profile lines perfect.
Exactly. Yeah, it makes everything fit. It's like putting two pieces of a puzzle together.
All right, I see you got some stuff over there on the other side of the booth. Can we go ahead and look at that?
Yeah, absolutely. We got a lot of exciting stuff. The first one I'd like to start with, not so much a return product, but just to let everyone know, again, we're known for our drag performance, but just to even talk about some of our street tires. So to start off, we have the Mickey Thompson Sportsman ST. You know, this is a vintage tire, period correct look. It's only in 15-inch rim diameter sizes, but we do have the raised white letter. So I personally am a fan of raised white letter. I know it's kind of a take it or leave it with a lot of people.
It's more of an old school look for sure. And for me, it depends on what vehicle, you know?
Absolutely. You know, and I get it because it's, if you got late model, raised white letter would probably, not look right. You got something that's 60s through even early mid 80s, I think it looks really sharp personally. Right. So again, something that we have several popular 15-inch fitments that I think covers, you know, a lot of ground and gives you that period correct look. One of the other things that we have here is our street comp. You know, and it's actually a tire that's been around for a few years, and I think a lot of people sometimes forget that we have it, because when you think Mickey, you might not think street tire right away.
Right.
Usually you think drag product or maybe some of our light truck products. But this is more of your standard UHP tire. A lot of late American model fitments. So as you can see, looking at the tread pattern, we have a couple of circumferential grooves as well as some aggressive lateral grooves here. And again, this is really to give you a really balanced UHP performance. This tire actually does fairly decent in the rain. Not that it's something that you put it on, no one's really driving their Mustangs or Corvettes when it's raining out per se.
Probably not a good idea, especially if there's not a crowd somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
The crowd's in trouble.
Yeah,
if the
right.
Mustangs are out
When you start going this way instead of this way. But again, it's a very balanced performance tire, but you know, you can still give it some gas and it's going to hook up pretty well.
Okay.
Now,
before you move on,
absolutely.
real quick, what wheel sizes can you get these in?
Yeah, so for this, it's going to be 17s to 20s.
Okay.
So again, we have this in about 14 SKUs, really focusing on late model fitments, especially a lot of Mustang sizes that are still popular here in the U.S. You know, we do have a lot of the like 13, 315, 35, 17s, 305, 35, 20s, a couple different popular options. You know, it is something that's pretty popular, I would say, not so much in the classic car look, but maybe starting in some of those like 80s, like muscle cars or Corvettes, moving on up to late model.
Or maybe newer resto mods?
Tell you what, there's definitely some resto mods. Actually, I think there's a couple people here that did some resto mods that they were able to put them on. So
right.
It kind of fits sort of again, not only is it well balanced in performance, but based on fitments and what your vehicle needs are, it kind of fits a few different things there, because it kind of it has a good look to it. It might not be as like an old school raised white letter type look,
right.
But it has to me an aesthetic enough appearance where, you know, if it's a muscle car or classic car, maybe a truck, you can kind of fit everything on there and it's going to look pretty good. So, but I'm biased on the opinion there, right?
Everybody's got their preferences, right?
And then something that has made a lot of people happy, this is our Sportsman SR. So this is what they know as like the real big tires for Mickey Thompson, for hot rod, street rod. This is one that we've brought back a majority of all of the sizes that we had previously paused, so we're back to pretty much a full product offering on this one.
What's the smallest you make these in?
So they do come in 15-inch diameter for wheels, and typically the OD, the smallest it would be, is about 24 to 26 inch. The thing that makes this one real popular is for the rear tires. We have one of the biggest street legal tires, 33 by 22 on a 15-inch rim. Yeah, so
it's big tires.
It's some big boys.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, and that's those might be 31s by 18s, I believe. So we have everything from 29-inch, 31-inch, 33-inch, all the way to 15, 18, and 22 inches wide. So we got quite a bit of quite a bit of options there, and it fits pretty sweet on this El Camino.
Oh yeah, definitely.
For anyone who hasn't seen, this is going to be airing on Hot Rod Garage on Motor Trend. So they're going to be restoring this El Camino. It's a 1960 El Camino. So I think it's going to be a pretty exciting build by the time they're done with it. It already looks cool right now with the dust and everything on it, I personally think. But
yeah, right. I mean,
it's going to be sharp.
That's their theme, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't get it perfect, get it right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it adds a little grittiness to it. So this is something that fits these types of vehicles, those street rod hot rods. So,
right.
Definitely something that I would recommend. And even if you have a classic or vintage truck pickup, those look pretty good on there as well. Again, various sizings, and we have this from 15 up to 22. So again, like that 3322, we also have that in a 20-inch rim. So, depending if you got some classic trucks that you want to slap some 20s on, give these a shot. But
all right, sounds good. Well, I think that's all for now. It's always a pleasure. Appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate it,
I'm sure
man.
my audience appreciates it. So we'll see you in the next one.
Take care, guys. Yeah.